Hello everyone, this is RaySpace and Realism Overhaul Sandbox in Kerbal Space Program 1.12. In a recent video on Extraplanetary Launchpads, I lamented the look of the Smelter unit. This is what that looked like in Extraplanetary Launchpads, which is a very, very old mod. And yeah, the models need an update. People suggested a couple of other mods that might be better, that had Extraplanetary Launchpad compatibility and therefore replace the models or have their own models. For instance, Planetary Base Inc. I don't know if there's the Planetary Base Inc. one, and unfortunately I don't have it marked RO. I really need to update my planetary base. It's Kerbal Planetary Base Systems now. The folder is called Planetary Base Inc. But yeah, that's the Smelter there. And that's okay, and it's probably, I mean, it's certainly functional because there's form factor. Planetary Base Inc. has a lot of stuff that's in the same form factor. And there was another mod that somebody suggested, but that was more stock alike. So yeah, those are options for people, but I decided to still try to make my own Smelter unit. So Spacewalker suggested Planetary Base Systems, Griffinatrix suggested Caridian Dynamics, so if you want to use those would be good. So I decided to make my own Smelter, and it's more Realism Overhaul form factor, and we deploy it, and that's actually how it looks in practice. And outside, with the shading outside, it'd look better probably. But yes, we have a radiator that pops out, a conveyor. You're meant to put the drilling units, let's say there's a heat pump drill, it's not really meant to be the drill for the resource that we need, metallic ore, but and actually those drills are smaller, I think. Anyway, but oh, there's one. Well, okay, that's still the same size. Anyway, you're meant to put the drill there because the center of mass is actually right there, so that won't change the center of mass. But then we can retract that, and that goes on top. It all seems nice, but there's a weird quirk to this. So you drill. Unfortunately, it's not animated, the conveyor up to the top that drops in. Apparently, top loading the Smelter unit is a thing, so that's why I made it like that. And then we've got this thing. It's the original Smelter was sort of hinting at this sort of form, without actually managing it, right? Well, it's not really. It sort of has a two-sided thing with this in the middle, but didn't quite capture it the way I've done it here. And I also have to make the workshop. But anyway, the problem is it has a weird thing that happens in the animation, and we can't really see it in here. I do want it on the KSP Launchpad. Let's see outside what happens with the animation. And this video is a progress report, but also because of this quirk that I found really funny and also frustrating and perplexing. So we have this unit here, and I say deploy. Look what happens. Did you see that? Retract. That the end part sort of gets stretched in a weird way, warped, morphed. What is going on here? Not the other parts don't, just that part. And if we take a look in Blender, I mean, obviously I didn't intend for this to happen. So here in Blender, when I play the animation, it doesn't do that. There's no stretching going on. So yeah, it's probably because I didn't apply some scaling or another. But that's the first time I've actually seen it warp like that in Kerbal Space Program. Sometimes the rotation might go all sorts of weird ways, but there's no good reason for it to get warped like that, I feel. But apparently Unity and Kerbal Space Program disagree with me. So alas, my attempt to bring you a nice Smelter has met with a delay. But to be honest, I looked at reference images on the web, and I don't know how a space smelter would look like. I mean, the pop-out radiator is something that's certainly different from an Earth smelter. I mostly kept some of the features of Earth smelters about the same, but still, it's different. And tell me what you think about this smelter. And I'm going to work on a workshop, but how they really interface is because I don't want to keep trucking this. The purpose of this is to take the metallic ore and turn it into metals, and then the workshop takes the metals and turns it into rocket parts. I don't know if that all works with simple logistics or not. Hopefully it does. And then I don't have to actually truck the resources from one to the other. I was thinking about having the workshop actually be able to hook up to this, but that might be going too far. But anyway, this is the model. I might have to redo a few things because of this business, though. You know, maybe we should keep it just for the laughs. I don't know. You guys can tell me, but I thought that was funny. But also it has me in tears because I have to fix it. So anyway, with that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.